Hi guys! So before I filmed this video, I did give myself a self-tan, and this is the Fake Bake Flawless Darker, and I've been obsessed with it lately. And of course, you always have to make sure your skin is nice and cleansed. So I am using my First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Wash, which I have also been loving, and my Olay Professional Scrub Brush, which is awesome because it's from the drugstore and it's only $30. So once you do that all over your face, then you rinse it, and then we move on to the next step. I like to make sure my teeth are nice and white, so I use Dr. George's Dental White Gel, and I have these custom-made trays that I made myself. It's really easy, and I pop those in for about 30 minutes. I'm going to start to look a little crazy, but that's okay. And then next I'm going to go with my Origins Clear Improvements Charcoal Mask to make sure that my pores are nice and cleared. Now that I'm showered and all nice and clean, I'm going to go in with my skincare routine. And the first thing I do is grab my Lush Tea Tree Water, and this is a toner that you just spray all over your face. It's super easy. And then my next step is I go with Perricone MD Blue Plasma. This is basically a chemical peel without the chemicals, and it really helps with your dry skin and replenishing your skin. So I put that all over my face, and you're supposed to let it set in your skin for about a minute. So after I put that on, I move on to moisturizing the rest of my body. And with that, I am using, I'm a little ahead of myself right here. Here we go. Hemp 3-in-1 Moisturizer. It's a moisturizer and a self-tanner. As you can see, there's two canisters, one with the moisturizer and one with the tanner. And then you squeeze it out, and when you rub it together, it forms a really nice moisturizing tan. It really does give you a glow, and it is a really good moisturizer as well. Now I'm going in with Lush Grease Lightening. This is a spot treatment, and I'm just going to target my problem areas. For an all-over acne treatment, I am using Murad Acne Clearing Solution. While that settles into my skin, I'm going to exfoliate my lips with the Bliss Fabulips Lip Scrub because we are using a matte lipstick later on, so I want to make sure my lips are free of dry skin and they're moisturized. And this is the Smith's Rosebud Salve that I got at Sephora. And finally, I'm going to moisturize with the Olay Daily Moisturizer.
Oh my god, I never pressed record.
Since I'm a dummy and didn't record my hair care routine, what I do before I blow dry, I'm basically pretending to do it here because I already did it. But the first thing I do is take the Macadamia Healing Oil treatment, and I run that through the ends of my hair. And then I use one and only Argan oil spray treatment to kind of get the rest. Then for a little bit of volume, I take about a dollop of the Dove Mousse, and I just run that through the roots of my hair. And then for some extra volume, I go in with the Kenra Boosting Spray Foam, and I kind of just, again, spray that in the roots. The last step before I blow dry my hair is the heat protectant, and this is the Kenra Blow Dry Spray. Now moving on to my favorite part, the makeup. I always start with my eyes when I really want my makeup to come out extra kind of perfect, and to really ensure that I'm going to use tape to make sure that I have a clean cut winged eyeliner today. I'm kind of going for a cat eye soft crease effect, so I'm going to line up the tape at the bottom of my lash line, and I am applying my usual MAC Painterly Paint Pot as a primer. I'm using the Smashbox Full Exposure palette today, and the first shade I'm going in with is that peachy brown color with a blending brush, and I'm just dusting that in my crease, just all over, just making sure that it's blended because this is our transition shade. I always like to go after almost every step with my Sigma E40 just to make sure that everything is blended out more. And then I'm taking the medium brown shade, these are all matte shades that I'm using, with a Sigma E25 crease brush, and I'm just placing that in my crease a little bit lower than I put that peachy brown shade, and I'm really focusing it on that outer V area and bringing that all the way into the inner corner, as you can see. And then I'm going to blend it out some more. I'm going to use that same Sigma E25 brush to pick up this darker brown, and again just pretty much do the same thing that we did with the last shade and just focus it on the outer V area and the crease. And then I go in with that original blending brush from before just to diffuse the edges some more. For my lid, I'm using Makeup Geek Pigment in New Year's Eve, which is a shimmery champagne color, and I'm using a flat shader brush, and I sprayed it with some MAC Fix Plus, and I'm just packing that all over my lid and kind of carving out that crease area. I'm going back in with that dark brown from before on a pencil brush this time, and kind of just touching up some of that blending shade in the crease, and I am focusing again on the outer V and bringing it all the way into the inner corner, and then I'm using my Sigma E25 to kind of blend that out some more, and then I'm going to go back in with the Makeup Geek Pigment to kind of clean up the lid as well. I'm using Ingla Gel Liner in number 77, which is the black shade, and I'm doing a pretty intense cat eye winged liner today, and then after that I'm going to go in with NYC liquid liner over top of it, because I've noticed that when I use the Ingla Gel Liner by itself, it kind of transfers to my upper crease area, and I don't like that. So I noticed when I put the NYC liquid liner on top, it kind of sets it, and NYC is a super black liner and it's matte. So yeah, this is just really going to make sure that nothing transfers to your upper lid throughout the night. I'm applying a quick coat of mascara. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous, and we are going with false lashes, so I'm just making my lashes black here.
I'm going to murder someone. is me taking off my makeup because I didn't press record. Oh my god. I can't believe I did that. Such a waste of makeup. Ugh. Stupid, stupid, stupid.
Now that I've pulled myself together, I'm going to go with my two favorite primers at the moment, which is the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer all over my face and the Smashbox Pore Minimizing Primer, and focusing that in my T-zone where I have larger pores. I'm mixing two foundations today, the Revlon Color Stay Foundation in the shade 360, I believe, and the L'Oreal True Match Foundation in N4, and I'm mixing that and using my Real Techniques blending sponge and putting it all over my face. And of course, I didn't realize that my camera stopped recording, so this is pretty much the only clip I have of the rest of my face before I move back to my eyes. I will link a little video down before because I pretty much did the same steps in every video with my concealer, but I did do a cream contour this time too as well, so I'll link a video down below where I did that before. So now I'm going back to the eyes, and I'm using that medium brown shade from before on a pencil brush and dusting that on my lower lash line, and then I'm taking a darker shade and focusing that on the outer corner. I'm using the matte cream shade from the Smashbox palette to highlight my brow bone. And to highlight the inner corners of my eyes, I'm using that shimmery champagne color on another pencil brush. The lashes I'm using today are by House of Lashes, and I'm using the Style Iconic, and they're so beautiful. You'll see in a second the difference between one eye with the lashes on and one eye without right here, and it's such a big difference. I love these lashes. So once I put them on, I didn't show it, but I filled in my brows, and then I set them with the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. Moving back to my face, I'm using my Tarte Off the Cuff palette, and I'm using the bronzer in the palette. This is the Park F Princess. I believe they sell this separately as well. And I'm just taking a blush brush from Sigma, and I'm kind of contouring and bronzing my face at the same time. And to define that contour a little more, I'm going with a MAC blush in the shade Taupe and a Real Techniques foundation brush. I really like this brush for contouring because it has a flat edge and it's really easy to blend out. So I'm just focusing that on my cheekbones and my nose. The blush I'm using is from Tarte as well, and it's the shade Classic. I'm going with a cream illuminator first. This is the Revlon Photo Ready Skin Lights in the shade Bare Light. And then after that, I'm using the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in the shade Opal. I'm going for a red lip today, so I am lining my lips with the NYX lip liner in the shade Hot Red. I'm lining them and then filling them in completely. I'm using Lime Crime Velveteen in the shade Red Velvet. It's a liquid lipstick that is super pigmented. And once it's dry, it's on your lips and it's not going anywhere. So it's perfect for a night out because you don't have to worry about touching up when you're eating, drinking, whatever you're doing. It's perfect. It doesn't budge. You literally have to scrub it off. I am so in love with this product. I always set my makeup with a setting spray, and whenever I am going for a night out, I always use my Model in a Bottle because this stuff is the most intense setting spray that I own. Like, your makeup is not going anywhere, I promise. Moving on to my hair, I am using my Bellami 20-inch extensions today. I did originally get them in a blonde shade because I was blonde when I got them, and I just dyed them myself. So the first thing I do, I'm only using 3 wefts today. I section off a piece of my hair, and then I spray the roots with a shaping hairspray or any hairspray that you have. And then I take a teasing comb and tease where I'm going to put the clips. Because my hair is so flat and thin and it's very clean right now, I'm teasing it so that the clips have something to grab onto. So I'm putting on my first weft, and then I am using a Hot Tools 1-inch curling wand, and I'm curling away from my face up until I get to the top section. So all I do is I curl away from my face, I hold it for about 20 seconds, and then I kind of let it set in my hand for a couple seconds before I drop it. So I'll just let you guys watch, and then I'll come back when I get to the top of my head. Now that we're on the last section at the top of her head, I'm going to curl towards my face instead of away because I'm going for that old Hollywood glam look, and this is really going to make a difference. So this section I just curl towards my face, and I really like the result. And then after that, I kind of just pin one side up with a couple bobby pins, and then your look is complete. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you for watching.